How to actually stay lean year-round. Now, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you're probably 1, 2, 3 years into your fitness journey, and you probably managed to build this physique that you're somewhat proud of. Chances are you've probably done and lived the gram of protein per body weight and the maintenance calories and the tracking through MyFitnessPal, and you've done the bulk cycles and the cut cycles and the yada yada yada. Well, this video is all about taking it to the next level. How do we maintain and even improve the physiques that we've built without the calorie counting and the obsession? How to stay in this lean, aesthetic, shredded, however you want to call it, type physique in an effortless way. I don't know what your goals are, and this video is definitely not intended to be the one that's gonna, get you the most gains possible or get you in your most shredded state possible. But it's about the strategies that have helped me stay consistently lean across the years without ever having to count a single calorie. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to overcome your addiction of counting calories. You need to stop counting calories. If you're all shredded and shit, but you're still counting calories, still relying on the tracking of macronutrients and shit, you're not actually shredded. You didn't learn how to eat proper. You didn't learn how to be this person up here. You just learned how to count calories. What happens when I take MyFitnessPal away from you? Will you be able to sustain your body then? Because once you understand the simple mechanics of the whole calorie maintenance and the deficit and the surplus, I would argue that everyone can just count themselves into the body that they desire. But the true challenge lies in actually becoming this person who's shredded as a byproduct of his unconscious activities and decisions. Now, please don't misunderstand me. I mean, I definitely see the value in calorie counting, especially when you're new, right? Where you still have to develop the awareness that there is with the macros and your maintenance calories, and understand the portions and the nutrition labels and just the caloric profile of the different types of foods. And I also get why you would use it when you're going through intentional short-term phases in your life, or you're trimming down for an upcoming trip or whatever. But you just have to realize that after a point, your addiction to counting calories is actually delaying the process of you becoming the person who I would really hope you want to be. Again, it's this person who's just unconsciously shredded. He's not bitching about every single macronutrient. He's not so obsessive in counting calories. He can actually go out to eat. It's the things that you are doing that are getting you your results, right? The type of training that you are undergoing, the different types of foods and the portion sizes that you're eating that are getting you your results, not the tracking of it. Eventually, you'll have to stop tracking, and the quicker that you are able to become this person that does not depend on MyFitnessPal, he's just in this physical state because of him, then the better off you are. And I definitely know how hard this can be, right? You kind of have to unlearn the last 1, 2, 3 years of visualizing everything as macros. And I know that there's this odd, satisfying feeling that you get when you log everything and you know that everything is in order, everything is in place, and you're moving towards your goals. But a quick tip that I used to let go of this obsession was by actually logging the meals that I ate informally in my notes app. And only after about 3 weeks worth of data was when I actually inputted the entries into the actual application where I actually saw the numbers. I saw that my macros were already pretty much aligned, and so I realized that I didn't need to track it anymore. This is like my way of building the trust that was necessary for me to let go and just trust myself that I'm eating proper. Strategy number 2 in staying effortlessly lean is just resetting your palate. In modern day society, the average person's palate is just fundamentally completely fucked up. All this processed food and added sugar in the forms of glazed donuts, fucking Doritos and milkshakes and shit, all that shit is just screwing up your palate, and so it's like you're endlessly craving sugar. If fruit is not sweet enough for you, if blueberries and pineapples and that juice, that all that natural sugar is not enough for your taste buds, then you I'm sorry, but you have to detoxify. You have to reset your taste buds. Diet Cokes, artificial sweeteners like Splenda and stuff, if you think that they don't have a cost, because sure, I mean, technically they don't fuck up your macros. Technically you can drink 10 of them and still get ripped. But if you don't think that the cost is there, if you think that artificial sweeteners are not enslaving us to always want to seek that high, that sugar high, and therefore making us much more vulnerable to eating junk food, then I'm sorry to break it to you. So how do you reset your palate? Well, I'm obviously not gonna rant here about eating your whole foods like your fucking health textbook suggested, but other not so obvious things that I did that did help me were things like getting used to the taste of black coffee. For example, if you drink coffee, gradually start reducing the amount of cream and milk that you need to drink coffee. With alcohol, same thing. It doesn't matter if it's a diet Sprite or Diet Coke with no calories. Just try to retrain your palate to actually just appreciate the straight liquor, the straight thing. For dessert, bro, have fruits. That's literally the purpose of fruits, is to satiate our sugar cravings in a natural way. Now, what do you think will happen when you get the dopamine that you need from from fruits, from whole foods, from like a bowl of oats with peanut butter and honey with sliced bananas. If that's not enough sugar for you, bro, you are fundamentally incorrect. Anyways, once you correct your palate, once you reset it to Earth's intended way levels, it's almost impossible for you to overextend yourself in calories. With time, it's like the Oreo chocolate milkshake from the average dude is like the equivalent of a protein shake with some berries. The third thing you can do to just permanently be in a godlike physique, and this might sound unconventional honestly, but meditate. Realize that there is a direct correlation between your mental health and your physical health. See, getting shredded, maintaining a lean physique is more of an inaction game than an action game. It's more of a what you don't do than what you do. You obviously need to resist temptations and urges and desires and, take control of yourself. You have to be mentally fit, and so meditation is a way to train your mind to accept, to be present, to be in a clear state of mind. It funds sound decision making. Do you not think that being mentally sharp, fit, that doesn't translate to you not overeating? I will literally argue that it's almost impossible for you to be out of shape if you're mentally sane in the mind, if you can control your urges, your desires, your impulses. Picture it, picture yourself, visualize yourself calm, present. Will you overindulge? Will you need that extra cookie? Will you need that extra no. Number 4, and this one's actually a hard pill to swallow because it definitely requires a commitment on your behalf. Learn how to eat veggies. Plain simple and boring as that. And it's not that to maintain leanness you need to eat vegetables, but it's just that it makes the whole thing way easier. Again, the effortless process that we're trying to build. Your facts playing in hard mode if you're trying to maintain a lean physique year round, but you don't have the ability to eat a salad. Honestly, if you can choose anything out of all the things that I'm gonna mention in this video, you would probably want to do this. Because sure, I got to low levels of body fat percentage without touching a leaf, but incorporating into my diet just kind of unlocked the ability to access these 400 and 500 calorie meals. Because once you see how much food, how much volume you can eat at a low cost, calorically speaking, it's hacks. Like, it's game over. It's like, bro, why the fuck am I even going to count calories? It's impossible that I overextend myself eating leaves and chicken. Think of it in terms of like the personal food choices that you have available to you right now. The food selection that you have unlocked thus far in your life. And then you suddenly introduce this laughably uncaloric food option to your choices. How do you think this adds up in the future when you can suddenly order a salad at a restaurant because you're not limited to the burgers and fries? Compare the past and the present self. It's like one is eternally playing hard mode at the game of staying lean, and the other one is getting half the calories in, and they're both enjoying it the same. Number 5 is fasting. Now, there are a bunch of videos out there that go in depth with the details of the hour windows that you can do and blah yada yada. But honestly, all I'm trying to get out of this is that you need to be comfortable with being in a fasted state. Learn how to earn your meals, right? You don't want to be the person who wakes up and eats breakfast first thing in the morning because it's a convention, because it's the norm, it's what he's always been exposed to. You want to channel that suffering, that hungriness into energy that you can then use to move to work, so you can then reap the rewards and gain the right to break that fast. On a side note, from a happiness standpoint, it just makes sense. So you can actually appreciate food, right? You fast so you can feast. And the last advice to effortlessly maintain a year-round lean physique is cardio. Now, I let this one for last because there's really not much to say and it's pretty darn obvious, but I do have to give credit where it's due. Plain and simple, this is just the most direct way of increasing your caloric expenditure, right? Of burning more calories. And this, combined with the mental benefits that it usually provides, is a very important component. And if you do hope to unconsciously become this person who's 24/7 in aesthetic shape, then you'd be a fool not to incorporate it in your routine. Now that's a wrap, guys. Thank you so much for making it thus far in the video. I really do appreciate it if you liked the video, of course if you actually enjoyed it, and that you please subscribe if you haven't so you can always stay up to date with my future uploads. But that being said, I love you guys. Peace!